Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm coming at you from Mesa, Arizona. I'm currently sitting in the Denizen from Zennihome. It's a 320 square foot studio that packs a lot into a small space. Let's have a look around. The Denizen has a footprint of 320 square feet in which they fit all the essentials. But before we get into that, check out this exterior. You know what? I'm gonna say it. The exterior of the Denizen looks a bit rugged. The prototype is mainly white with black trim, then the look is enhanced with the covered entrance off one door and a covered deck off the other. You may or may not be able to see it, but the prototype is equipped with Starlink satellite, a hardware-only option that can be added for $800. The Denizen is a studio. Inside, they've got a living room, bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen. All the usual stuff, but it's laid out in a way that does separate the different areas in the home more than others. The kitchen is located in the corner by the second entrance with the fridge and laundry on either side of the door. At 320 square feet, it shouldn't come as a surprise that this isn't a huge kitchen, but for me, it's still enough space to run all my top programs, no problem. The Denizen is without a doubt a cool space, and there is lots to show. However, I need to clear a few things up. I posted a video about the larger model from Zennihome last week, and it sparked a lot of questions in the comments. First things first, the bed. In that video, I showed the bed moving up and down, and a bunch of people commented wondering what happens during a power outage. Yeah, it's a fair question. The concern was that without power, the bed would be stuck in one position, up or down, and the other purpose it's used for would not be available. Again, valid concern. The bed is made by a company called Ori. I think that's how you say it. It's O-R-I. With so many people commenting on what happens when you lose power, I figured there was a chance they cover the question in their FAQ section. And they do. Here's what it says. Question: what if power goes out? Answer: in the case of a power outage, Ori systems automatically revert to manual mode and can be moved by hand. Simply push or pull the system to raise or lower the bed. Trust us, you don't need to be a bodybuilder to do so. This must be what it feels like to host Mythbusters. If the power goes out, you still have access to both the couch and the bed, you just have to move it by hand. Pretty simple solution. While on the subject, it's also noted that the Ori motors aren't capable of lifting a human's body weight, so if you're worried about getting pinned to the ceiling on the bed, not gonna happen. Which is good. There were a few other questions from the recent Zennihome video that I can answer real quick before I get to the part in this video where I march around the Denizen and try things out. I'm just gonna bang them off rapid fire. Here we go. The Ori Cloud bed is a $15,000 upgrade. The exterior walls have an R value of 35. The ceiling and floor assembly have an R value of 29. The roof is designed to handle up to 30 PSF of snow with design options that can increase to 70 PSF. The estimated shipping cost is $4 per mile. It weighs 31,000 pounds. It has a total footprint of 420 square feet with the deck and stoop. The wind load is 120 mph with 3-second gusts, and the tankless water heater has an 8 gallon per minute flow rate, which means unlimited showers. That's living. Before I get into some of the features, I want to tell you about today's video sponsor, Skillshare. For anyone who hasn't heard, Skillshare is the world's largest online learning community for creatives. On Skillshare, you can explore thousands of creative classes designed with active learning in mind. I look at it as a community of lifelong learners. They've got classes in a bunch of different categories like business, marketing, language, and photography, just to name a few. For example, under business, they've got a class on productivity that I am gonna check out. Definitely need some work in that department. What I like about Skillshare is they have class collections delivered in order to master a specific skill or competency called learning paths. One of my goals for 2024 is to be more active on Instagram. Up until recently, I didn't post there because I didn't know what I was doing. Exhibit A, here's a picture I posted of a monkey that got 6 likes and no comments. I understand YouTube, but struggled with Instagram. I've been on the social media expression create for Instagram and TikTok learning path to learn how to create an account that people care about, and I'm already noticing a difference. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro, you can explore thousands of creative classes designed with active learning in mind. The first 500 people to use my link will receive a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. Check it out. The link's in the description down below. It's hard to know where to start with the Denizen because yes, it is a small space, but at the same time, there's a lot going on and a lot to talk about. So I think I'll start with one of the coolest things that goes on in these Zennihomes, and that is the bed. So as you can see, I'm going from the living room to the bedroom. This takes 35 seconds. I timed it over in the other home, which is surprisingly fast. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask, what comes standard in this home? This bed right here does not come standard. The standard spec would be a Murphy bed that folds down and folds back up, but you got to do it by yourself, which is really not that big of an ask. This is kind of just a really cool thing. It'll be interesting to see how many people actually order these or how many people just go with the standard. So there you go. We went from the bedroom, we went to the bedroom from the living room. I'm going to send it back up so we can talk about something else. Now, another thing that can't be overlooked in these prototypes by Zennihome is these windows. So this is almost an entire wall of windows, and for anyone that's going to ask about privacy, they do have those blinds right there. How do these come down? I never want to break anything when I come into these, so maybe I should ask the rep before I start yanking on things. It looks like you just pull it, but I've been known to break things before, and it's not a good feeling for me, so I'm not going to mess with it. It does have privacy shades that come down. So we've gone from the living room to the bedroom and back again, and I don't know, probably took a minute or two. Let's go into the bathroom. The bathroom is right beside the living room slash bedroom, and what they've got in here is kind of a full wet space. So the tile goes all the way to the ceiling on all the walls, and then the tile floor slopes to a drain. So the shower is close to the toilet, but you can get this entire space wet and it's just gonna dry out. So pretty cool design. Facing the kitchen, you can see the other side of the living room, which has the TV and entertainment center, which doubles as a walk-in closet. So you hit the button there, that opens up, and it takes about 7 seconds, which is fast to get into your closet. Lots of storage back there. I will send that back in. So again, making use of the space and then tucking it away when you don't need access to it. What I find so fascinating about the Denizen is how much they've actually fit into 320 square feet. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you that 320 square feet isn't a huge amount of space, but when you look at what they've fit into it, it's pretty impressive. You've got the living room, you've got a bedroom, you've got a walk-in closet behind the TV, you've got a full kitchen, you've got the bathroom. Behind me over here on the outside of the kitchen, washer, dryer, and then there's a fridge over here. For me, that covers all the bases, and they fit it into 320 square feet and put it at a price tag of $99,000. It's pretty good. I am very glad I didn't refund those blinds because check this out. Going down. So they go down at the push of a button. You don't need to just rip on them like I almost did and probably would have broken them. But you can control it from anywhere in the home. Like if you're in bed and you want to go to sleep, you hit this button. I could stop it right there if I wanted to. And then you send them back up. Wait, I gotta hold it. There we go, it's going back up. So the remote was in a drawer over there. Didn't rip the blinds down, which is a bonus because then they wouldn't have me back, and I still got to see the factory, so I can't break anything here. First impressions of the Denizen. You know, you look at the renderings, you look at the floor plans, but until you come and see it in person, you really can't get an idea of what it actually feels like to be up inside this thing. The biggest takeaway for me is I didn't realize how big these windows were going to be, and I didn't realize how open the space was going to feel. I thought, you know, 320 square feet isn't a lot of space. Maybe it's going to feel cramped. But the opposite is true. It feels bigger than I was expecting it to, and it's got some cool features throughout. So if you get a chance to come check these things out, they're located in Mesa, Arizona. I got to head out, catch a flight, so goodbye. Thank you for watching.